Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Welcome, my name is Aiden. I am so happy that you're here. Okay, few things. One, I hope the sound is okay. I am recording a few videos in a new space. I have my microphone right in front of me, but I'm not sure if it will be echoey because it's a large space. So there's that. Two, lighting. Yeah, I don't have my lights up because I'm in a shared space and I have like this little cubicle and I don't really have room for the lights. I don't have room for all of the tripods at my place, so I've always done filming at my office. I don't have my office currently, so we'll get back there eventually. I don't know when. In the meantime, we're dealing with this. This is kind of like makeshift, see how it works out. Yeah, there's the bookcase behind me too. I can't move that because it's attached to the wall. Yeah, it's not ideal, but we're trying to get Empties and my project update and my sample Saturday. I'm trying to get those out so that I can actually talk about them. And the lighting isn't as important. I know the lighting's probably not great. I'm sorry. It doesn't look great to me, but sometimes things look a little better or worse when it's on the computer. So we're gonna get right into Empties. Before I get started though, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy me, not my background. And then also let me know what you finished or things that you're hoping that you can finish in September. I already have like a list of things that I'm like, oh, I think I'm gonna finish that. I think that would be awesome if I could finish that. So I'm kind of, in a way, challenging myself to see if I can guess what I'm gonna finish. That might sound weird, but that's where we are. We're gonna start with home scent. First up, we have Coastal Watermelon in the foaming hand soap. This is Juicy Watermelon, Pinch of Pink, Sea Salt, and Ocean Waves. Love this soap, it is so good. Just barely finished it. It was the last soap of the month and I really enjoyed it. I had started it before we left. It had been my office soap and so we finished it. Then we have Watermelon Slices. I also really enjoyed this one. Fresh cut watermelon, pink sea salt, and sweet sunshine. They're different, but they're very similar. I think I like watermelon slices just a little bit more because it's a little sweeter, but I have both of those. Then we have a coconut lime verbena. This is zesty lime, lemon verbena, and coconut water. Kind of light, wasn't the best, but I'm glad to have had it. Love this one. This is Paradise Coconut. This is juicy pineapple, sugar cane, and coconut milk. Smells like a pina colada. So good. Really, it's sweet, but the pineapple is really strong in it. One that I just love is Cotton Candy Grape. I hope they bring this one back again this next year. Juicy grapes, fluffy cotton candy, and sugared citrus. I was saving it and we got more last SAS, so hoping we get more of this SAS too. Endless Weekend, I am kind of over this. This was the kitchen soap, so I pulled it when it got to about here in the kitchen and finished it up. This is Sun-Kissed Magnolia, Fresh Orange, and Blue Coconut Water. I'm over Endless Weekend. I've smelled it too much in the past few years. So yeah, then we have I'm Just Wild For You, Cherry Frost. Oh, this smells so good. It is red cherry, fresh citrus, and frozen berries. This one was the last soap that I started at my parents', and then we brought it as a soap to finish on the road. I like to bring in a hand soap into the hotel because the bar soap is not always enough, you know? Then we have Bright Summer Days. This is Coconut Milk, Sunny, Starfruit, and Warm Sands. It's okay. It's not my favorite. It's not bad. It's not great. It's one, like if I find it 75% off, I'll probably purchase it because 75% off is always good. And then Island Margarita. I love the packaging. This is always a great scent as well. Notes are fresh squeezed lime and sea salt. It's a good one. So the packaging was so fun on this one. I really enjoyed it. That's it for soaps. That was a lot of soaps. More than usual because some of them had been started. One of those, actually no. This one was half used at home. This is the one we used on the road. Yeah, so there was a couple of them that already had good use before we started. Then I have one car fragrance refill. This is Sweet Kiwi and Starfruit. I can barely smell this in the car, and I put it in a week or two ago. I couldn't even smell it right when it was fresh, which is disappointing. Then we have Aeropostale Sugared Gumdrop in the votive. It's burned down all the way. Could not smell it. Very disappointed in that. Then we finished Sparkling Watermelon. I love this candle. Watermelon juice, bubbly freesia, sliced cantaloupe. It smells really nice. I really enjoyed it. This one I did not enjoy. This is from Refreshments. It's like berry bouquet. It smells like cheap candle, artificial, kind of, I don't know, obnoxious. It doesn't have a lid, so I'm keeping this candle on top of it because it's really fragrant and I don't like it. And I don't want to smell up this office space. Then the final candle is Cotton Candy from Slatkin & Co. The notes are whipped rainbow sugar, sticky marshmallow, raspberry sugar, confetti sprinkles. So that's how it burned down. It burned pretty good all the way down. It had really no scent at all. I can smell it if I stick my head in it, but when it was burning, it really didn't have much. This one burned down pretty good too, just to show you. I'm not gonna have any candles for a while because usually I burn them in my office. Because there's, like, I might burn a little single wick in my bathroom at home, but I don't really have a space with, like, a clear space where I could burn a candle where there isn't things that potentially could catch on fire, and I'm not going to risk things. So it's going to be a while before we see any more candles, unfortunately, which bums me out because I was burning the taffy one from Bath & Body Works. I really liked that one. Kind of smelled like burnt sugar, but it'll be a while before I have another one. Hand sanitizer, this is strawberry kiwi, and I hate the scent. I know people really like this. There's something about it that just puts me off, and it is so strong and like lasts so much. It projects, and when it's a scent you don't like, I don't want it to project, and it does. So glad to have it done, and we'll never buy strawberry kiwi again. I've learned my lesson. Moving on to body care, not a lot of body care, but I did finish another shaving cream. This is the Skintimate Raspberry Rain Moisturizing Shave Gel. My favorite formula. I don't care what scent it is, I just kind of get what's on sale, and it usually ends up being Raspberry Rain. Then I finished this lotion from Viktor & Rolf. This is the Bon Bon Perfumed Body Lotion. I think this was going bad. It was very, very light, not light, runny. It was very, very runny, but it was very perfumed. I loved the scent of it. It just, like, you'd open it and it would be quite runny as a lotion. So glad that it's gone, and it was fun for the perfumed aspect of it. Toothpaste, I finished this guy that I picked up at TJ Maxx for $3.99 last year. It is the Pop What's Up Watermelon. It was fine. In case you don't know, you're new. Mint breaks my mouth out. My mouth gets really sore, my lips get really sore. If I have peppermint, I can use it once in a while, but repeated use makes it worse and worse. So I usually look for cinnamon. It's getting harder to find and expensive, so anytime I find like a non-mint flavored toothpaste, I tend to purchase it. In certain brands, I also don't like artificial sugars, like that flavor aftertaste in my toothpaste, so I liked that one. This one evaporated. This is the nail polish remover maximum strength 100% pure acetone from Ulta Beauty. What was left of it evaporated. One hair care, this is the Olaplex number 4 Bond Maintenance Shampoo. It was a nice little shampoo. Glad that it's gone. It does have the candle residue from that one that I didn't like because it went upside down in it. Not a fan of this candle, but liked the shampoo well enough. Ended up just using it like as a top of my head shampoo on my hair care days, because I always wash my hair because this gets super greasy if I don't. 2 vitamins I finished, or supplements. These Nature's Truth multi-collagen peptides, types 1, 2, 3, 5, and 10. Get these quite often. Enjoy them. Don't know how much they're working, but I've been taking them. Same with ashwagandha. I do feel like they help me a little bit with my stress. I'm still always stressed out, but you know, any little bit helps, right? Perfumes, I finished 2 perfumes. They're both travel sizes. First one is Juliet Has a Gun in Not a Perfume. I have had a lot of knotted perfume and was kind of like, meh, what about it? But I found that I really like it as a pillow nighttime scent. There's something about it that's really just nice and comforting, and so went through that one on my travels. Then I also finished Pink Cloud from Ariana Grande. This one is refillable, so I'm excited about being able to refill this. I really like this. It reminds me a lot of whipped cherry though from Clean Reserve. There's like that same base with a fruitiness to it, but much prefer this to actual Cloud. Was not a big fan of Cloud, mostly I think because of the lavender note, and lavender and I don't go together, but I liked the fruitiness of that one. The makeup, there's quite a bit. So we have Neutrogena. This is makeup remover ultra soft cleansing towelettes. They're my favorite way to take off my makeup, even though I try to use cleansing balms, mix it up, but really that's, if you're tired and you just want to wipe your face down and you want to wash your face later, it's so much nicer than, you know, if you put a cleansing balm, you're committed to then doing a double cleanse. And I don't always want to do that. These I used for swatches. These were rosewater and strawberry. I wish the strawberry was stronger. It had a vaguely rose scent to them. They were good. They're from the Creme Shop. And I would probably repurchase those when I need more makeup removing for my swatches. And I was going to do a little update on my project, like my palette roundup today, but I forgot makeup wipes. So we're going to wait and maybe get some better lighting in here before I do that too. Other makeup, I finished my Kosas. Oh, this is the Cloud Set powder in Breezy, and I was not a big fan. There's a teeny bit of it around the edges, but it didn't want to pick up, and I was done with this for so many reasons. One, I felt like this was cakey, and I'd put it on and it would just kind of look heavy on my skin, no matter if I like tried to buff it lightly or if I like tapped it in. So didn't like that aspect of it. Used it for like a little bit and then left it and came back, and it had a slight smell to it, and I kind of just buffed off the top layer and then it was fine. But I didn't like that, you know, it's supposed to have 18-month shelf life, so it shouldn't have started to have that. So those are reasons I just didn't like how it worked. Also, it had so much kick up. You'd like tap your brush in it and it would have so much extra fallout. So I feel like I wasted some of it because it wasn't the easiest. And I know people love it, but I didn't. It was not for me. This was also not necessarily for me. This is the Aborian CC cream in the shade Claire. This was just a little sample. I was wearing this in August when I was not teaching. It was fine. It was a little light coverage. So I had finished this by then. Otherwise they probably would have worked okay together, because this has a little too much coverage in my opinion. But I used it with the Rare Beauty powder. That's what I have on today. And I don't love the Rare Beauty powder either. It's one that I'm just trying to work my way through because I just feel like I need to. The one that I did use the Kosas powder with for the most part is this Pure Lease. This is the Illuminating BB Cream in the shade Fair. It says Fair on the bottom. Glad to have another sample out. Can't believe I finished 2 sample foundation or almost foundations. It was a little too light of coverage for me. I was glad to have the Kosas powder, but I also felt like my one concealer is a little too much for like doing extra coverage on my forehead and stuff. Like I felt like it just looked a little too cakey. So wouldn't purchase that one either. It would, like, both of the CC cream and the BB cream were okay, but they were not favorites. Eye primer from Urban Decay. This is my favorite, I think, favorite eye primer. I really like Too Faced too, but this is just the original one. It was going bad. Like, it started to smell. It wasn't smelling too bad, which is why I finished it. I started using it and then I was like, oh man. And I tried a couple other eye primers that I just really did not like. So I ended up finishing this because I needed a primer and I don't want to go buy one because I had several in my stash. So I finished it and I'm glad that it's gone. But it worked fine. It had a little bit, like, when it's beginning, you know, kind of the same with the Kosas powder. And we just worked through it and then it was fine, but glad that it's out. Other primers, finished a few. We have the Touche Clot primer from YSL. I like this one, but I'm feeling like it's not like working as well with my skin anymore. So I I mean, if I get a sample of it, I'm going to use it, but it isn't one I would purchase. This one I might purchase. I finished 2 of this one. This is the Primerizer Plus from Smashbox, so I cut the one open. I don't know why I didn't cut the other one open. It is the triple hyaluronic acid silk screen complex. It's the hydrating primer, so I liked that primer. It's a possible down the road. Then we have the CoverGirl Lash Blast Super Cloud Mascara. I started this in, I think, in May or June, and I was like, oh, it was feeling like it was time. And then I looked when my last mascara Empty was, and I was like, oh, yep, we had it about 3 months. So this was decent. It wasn't one that I could wear on my bottom lashes, but it didn't smudge if I just wore it on my upper lashes, which is not always the case. And not my favorite brush, not my favorite formula by any means, but as long as it stays on my lashes and doesn't smear or like leave flakes, that's basically my only criteria for mascara nowadays. Even the one I'm wearing today, I'm not crazy about. We'll talk about that. You'll see that in next month's and September's samples, because we're wearing it today for the first time. Then final one is this Laneige sleeping mask. This is in Gummy Bear. Oh my gosh, I love the scent of it. It smells kind of like gummy bears. It's a good one. I love the Laneige sleeping mask. It has a nice emolliency to it, so definitely would purchase more. I'm currently working on another one. Moving on to skincare, we have quite a bit of skincare. So first up is the IT Confidence in a Cream. I bought 2 of these when they were 50% off at Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty. I dropped it. The glass did not break, but the plastic lid broke. And then eventually, the last week or so, the little, you know, they have the little insert here, it came unglued, and I was like, okay, well, it's fine. We're close enough. It's not going to dry out. So I did finish that. I've been liking this as a daytime moisturizer underneath makeup. So that's what I'm currently have on. I started another one. Then I finally finished this. Oh my gosh. So glad to get rid of this. This is Good Molecules Glycolic Exfoliating Toner. Not my favorite. It doesn't really have a scent to it, so that's okay. But I don't know. I didn't love it as a toner. I have another bottle of it that I probably should just pass along, but I'm going to probably use it and kind of hate use it, but did finish it. Yeah. Then we have Murad Renewing Eye Cream. This guy has like the airless pump, but let me tell you, I had weeks where I just stuck a Q-tip in there and scooped out more. I actually feel like I could still get more eye cream out of there, but yeah, there was a lot left in there, and you don't use a ton of eye cream, so there was like a lot of days left of it. Then Ole Henriksen, this is the Truth Serum. I love this as a vitamin C serum. It's really nice. It's one I've purchased again and again, and if it's still available, it's one that I will eventually probably repurchase. I have so many vitamin C's I'm trying to use up right now though. Then we have another Ole Henriksen. This is the Dewtopia 20% Acid Night Treatment. This was fine. You can tell that there's still stuff in it, but no more will come out, which is really annoying. So it annoys me with products where you can see that there's still makeup left or product left. Yeah. So I did finish that. I liked it, not enough to probably purchase it again. I'd rather do, there's some other ones that I just like better. Clinique Moisture Surge, I finished this sample size. It's like half of the size of the container, which is why I was trying to use up some of those to get more space. Look for the ones that had the most wasted space. Finished the Origins Checks and Balances Milky Oil Cleanser. This was a fine morning cleanser. There's other ones that I like better, so would not go out of my way for that one. Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen. This one is fine. I cut it open to get more of it out, and then it kind of dried out, so it was a little harder to apply, and I don't know how good it did when I did that, but I did it, so I wanted to get everything out, you know. It's this very silicone-y, almost like a primer type of a sunscreen. It's the type that I used on my neck and chest, which was nice because then it wasn't staining my clothes, and I also used it on like my ears and stuff, but I didn't use it under makeup. I'm bad, and I don't usually use sunscreen under my makeup. I don't go out in the sun that much, So that's a big part of it. Then we have Peter Thomas Roth. This is the Acne Clear Invisible Dots. Love these. These are also very nice. These are the Peace Out Acne Dots. They are just the acne healing dots. They both have like medication in them to help. They're not just like the hydrocolloid. So I have lots of these still left. Then I noticed some of them are saying expiration dates on them, which is weird. I've never seen that before. These ones also have an expiration date of September this month or this year, but I liked both of them. And if I need acne dots when I finish what I have, I would repurchase those. That is it for my empties. Well, most of my empties. I have my samples. If you haven't watched Sample Saturday, I have more empties there. Also, my project update. I had quite a few body care and hair care and a little bit of fragrance. The categories that are in my project Use It Up, those are up as well. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for sticking with me through like the craziness of a new space and poor lighting. I will work on it, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we're going to be back in my office. I don't know how soon. You know, that people said longer than you think, so it was a few weeks. We'll see what a few weeks ends up being. My one coworker says it's going to be the entire semester, so we'll see. Anyway, like I said, I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.